Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Oath Esports. I am here today with a new face, actually, with Jackson Amnesia. And we are here for the Valorant Day, with the first match being Fractal versus Ace. Jackson, do you have anything to say?
Oh, I'm just excited to be here. I'll be casting for the rest of the season. I hope you guys come to like me. I will do my best. I am very excited to be here and watch these awesome games and be here casting with Aiden.
Yeah, absolutely. We have seen Ace already. We saw them last week during the second game, and but Fractal is actually a brand new team to Oath. This is going to be their first match streamed, so very excited to see what they have to bring. Um, as we are going to be playing on one of the new maps. It was not played at all last season on Pearl.
I'm very excited to see Ace again this week, who we watched live last weekend, and a good player, couple players to note. We got Convella, the noted Reyna player who went 26-9 last weekend or last Tuesday, which is a fantastic performance from him. And also Micro on Chamber going 23-15. Very impressive from both of those two players. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Yeah, absolutely. Two very dominant performances from them. So we'll definitely have to wait to see if they are able to carry that over into this match here, as we're actually about to be heading into it as the players have chosen their agents. And for those of you who don't know, Valorant is a tactical shooter, where each player gets to choose their own character, each character having different abilities and strengths that can be played to just help the rest of their team out.
Yeah, one team 5v5, like you said. One team starting on attack, which will be Ace. Ace will be starting on attack on Pearl, and Fractal will be on defense.
Yeah, and with this map, so there have been a few changes recently to it.
Very
Um,
recently.
yeah, they actually came through today. They were just updated through today. So, um, nothing too big, mainly just a few corners and crevices, as it is a very cramped map. There's a lot of angles that need to be watched out for and that you can hide behind, and um, so really those changes were to just get rid of some of those angles and to make the map a little bit more simple, um,
Yes.
especially for well, especially for the attack as they try and move through. But it also does help out the defense a little bit, as um, any type of lurk or flank watch will be easier taken care of.
This is awesome. Great. They're starting now on Ace coming in through mid. Looks like they're playing this a lot slower.
You know, taking things one step at a time, really. Not making too much noise as they slowly start to make their way towards A. But
Micro.
Fractal seems to be on top of things as they're
Oh,
all
nice
stacked
headshot.
on A. And yeah, that's a very nice shot by Micro. He's actually going to land another one, going for the third, but Zodicus is able to shut that down. Going for another spray with that swing, but Funniest shuts things down as well. So now Ace in this 4v2 man advantage as they push forward. Yam in this corner right here, trying to make a play as he swings out through the smoke, landing the shot onto Coop. So with that spike being planted, this is going to be a little bit of a difficult take for Zufi as he tries to move forward, and a nice shot onto Funniest, going for a second, but Yam shuts that right down as he lands the headshot onto Zufi.
Great shots and great take from Ace here. Micro getting 2 headshots on the fade coming into sight, gaining a perfect entry for Yam on the Astra to come in, get bomb down, get smokes down, and all they have to do is hold that strong post plant. 2 kills from Yam as well. Great take from them. Great start of the round.
Yeah, absolutely. And I do want to point out the Astra pick from Yam is definitely different. Um Astra used to be extremely strong agent in this game, but she got a nerf not too long, or kind of long ago now. And so Astra is not seen as often anymore in the competitive setting, but um,
Still a very
definitely
good
like to
agent
still
pick.
see it. Yeah, still definitely like to see it, as it opens the door for a few different opportunities.
Looks like we're gonna see this fast take again, going on A, trying to get on.
And there's gonna be a series of
Plant.
trades out coming out as the as Micro is able to get the plant down. And so now Ace playing defense basically now as they've switched out with the spike being planted. Blue with a nice shot onto the fade
Last
there,
player standing.
and Zufi trying to get something going, but Yam just with the swing on with that Spectre is able to shut things down. Coop now with the Marshall deciding to switch to the classic in the close range, but Micro with a jumping right click is able to get the kill.
Yeah, good try there from the Reyna, trying to get those exit kills when they're coming off site. Another great take from them onto A. Perfect execution. They decided to take it a lot faster this time than they did the first round, which clearly worked in their favor because Fractal was not ready for that. Got them on site, got plant down, did what they needed to do, got another round. Great take from them.
Yeah, absolutely. And already we're gonna see Ace actually decide to bonus here. Is there you see the little bit of weaker weapons. Funniest deciding to just stay with the sheriff going into this round. So anything that they can really get going, maybe get a few upgrades here and there with some picks onto some of Fractal who, um, if they
Well,
did buy any rifles. Um, and it's going to be a little bit of a slower take here.
it looks like Fractal though has they bought on round 2, so they also only have specters in their hands. They do not have rifles. So it'll be interesting to see how them forcing last round plays out for them now.
Yeah. And we are having a little bit of technical difficulties here.
Spike planted.
But the round is still going well. And there it is. Okay, so
One
the
enemy
spike has gone
remaining.
down. And now it's
Zufi
but
with 3 on the chamber. Ooh.
yeah, great play right there. From coming from Zufi right there, being able to just help with that re-entry for his team to be able to get their first round here in this matchup.
Very good kills from Zufi there. Got them defuse, winning a round for them. They're on the board. Now we're on rifle rounds, so it looks like each team is going to be even here. And we'll see how the game progresses from here. It's always interesting to see how pistol round, which is round 1, differs from the rest of the game once they have rifles in their hands.
Yeah, and we do see that both teams are on the lower end of their economy. So
You want to
this is
fight
going
it?
to be a very important round for both teams to be able to win, as it could be the difference between a save and being able to progress further, as both Micro and Funniest are able to get these entry picks as Ace just steamroll down B main. And Micro getting
Spike
that plant
planted.
down just makes things so as much easier
I need concealment.
for Ace, as Coop able to get a nice kill onto Blue for this
There.
re-entry here.
One thing I like to see from Ace that we also saw last weekend is fantastic team coordination from them. They're just able to execute onto sites so well and play together so well, getting that bomb down super quickly. It looks like they're trying to defuse now, but they just can't against this
One enemy
strong
remaining.
Ace defense.
Yeah, and now Coop by his lonesome, trying to get something going, but just decides to run away, save that rifle for the next round. As Ace still looking very strong through these first 4 rounds.
Another fantastic take from Ace here. They're on fire right now, as we saw last weekend. Last Tuesday, their team play is very impressive, and that with the Astra smokes, getting Reyna entry, Ray's entry, Micro and Yom getting frags behind them, they're able to take these sites so well.
Yeah, now we're seeing a little bit of a different look right here from Ace is instead of doing the mid take that they've been showing for A, they're actually just going to run straight down A main, and this is going to be a
What
very
a shot
quick
from Zufi.
take.
Bring them down.
Yeah, that was a great pick down, just
Spike planted.
taking care of the lurk down mid, and so Zuvi will actually be able to get a little bit of a flank as you can see up in the mini map. But with the spike planted, the rest of Ace is just turtled up now in this A main position. So as the taps go in on the spike, they're going to react, and there's the first as Zodicus is actually going to be able to get it to half. So that makes it as just a little bit easier for Fractal for this retake, and Ubi's gonna
Flank from
use a
Chamber
lot of.
and the 4
Oh my
kills.
gosh!
What a flank there from Zufi. Ace crowding up in A main after bomb is planted. Zufi coming behind all of them and getting 4 picks onto them. Zufi is doing so well for Fractal right now, going 8-4.
Yeah, we did see that early on. The positioning of Zufi, fairly early in that round was getting that pick onto Yam, just made it that much easier for him as he moved through. And then just on top of that, as the rest of Fractal was able to just cause mayhem on site, it was just the perfect distraction for Zufi as he moved through and just getting those last 3 kills just almost too easy for him right there.
Very good retake from Fractal after Ace got bombed down. It looks like now they're going to be playing it a lot slower. Ace going down mid.
Yeah, and already though, Convella with that Reyna able to get a little bit of this forward position here. Stelio seems to be aware though, as just positioning to where the rest of his teammates have that cross angle for him. But still, Ace slowing down. It seems as though they're just trying to make the decision on where they want to go here. As Blue, even with that Sage Wall, um, trying
Oh,
to
they might
decide on where to
encounter him.
plant it, really. And oh my gosh, this is
Oh,
going
the
to be a
timing, the
very
timing.
close. Yeah, and just the
Good shot
timing
for
right there,
Funniest.
great for Funniest. So they're going to slowly continue to
30
move through, and they're going to
seconds
try and pinch onto this site from all different directions. Coop is in a decent position here in pit, but Micro just taking care of things, making sure to clear all the angles, and now Fractal is going to have to go on to this retake. Stelio getting tagged up a little bit there by Yam. Just playing off of Zufi here. Micro hitting the headshot onto Zufi, and so now Delio all by herself, trying to get a pick and hide with that rifle, but Yam hunting her down, getting the headshot, and Ace still carrying on what they had from last week and just keeping a lot of that momentum.
I like the change of pace from Ace here, going from fast taking A to then slowly going through mid. It seems Fractal didn't know what to expect with that. And then Funniest getting a great pick onto Fade there, allowing that perfect entry into A site. And then all they have to do is play their post plant and have a good hold.
Yeah, Ace is doing a great job at mixing up the looks. And so it definitely does a very good job at keeping Fractal on their toes, making it difficult really to just guess what Ace are going to do. And I definitely think that's a large part of their success. As we even see here, it's a very default-ish type of attack, which basically means it's very spread out. They're trying to find picks, they're trying to find openings that might be available. But Zufi landing a nice headshot onto Yam down B main, that real long angle with not a whole lot of cover. It's a great position for him. So he's gonna go with a few sprays, doing a little bit of chip damage onto Funnies, but Micro and Convella both getting picks in their respective areas. So that's gonna open things up a little bit for Ace.
Ooh, good nade from Funniest.
Yeah, and that'll move the chamber out from his position, and but that was just enough pressure
30 seconds left.
to scare Fractal into thinking that the hit was going to be. So the rest of Ace is actually going to turn tail and rotate over towards A. So now they have the site completely available to them, as none of Fractal are on the site. So it'll be a complete retake
Spike
for
planted.
Fractal. They're going to have to clear out all the angles, as there's been plenty of time for Ace to situate themselves in any way they want to be.
Good 3v3 for them. Unfortunately, Ubity 1 HP. See if he can get a pick here. Goofy tapping the bomb.
And the funniest, we can use the Raze ultimate to try and scare them off this spike, and it does just that. There's going to be a quick trade, bringing it back into a 2v2, but Fractal both on slivers of HP. This is going to be a very difficult defuse if they try and go for it, but it doesn't seem like that's what they're going to try and do. Is Ubity now by himself, just trying to get any type of exit pick, but the bomb is going to go off and eliminate him that way.
Very good hold from Ace there after post plant. They were not moving a bit. Fractal there looking for somebody to peek after tapping the bomb. But Ace standing still, keeping firm, knowing that they have bomb down, knowing just to run the time down. Great hold from them.
Yeah, it was just a really good patience from them, knowing that they can just play time right there, and just using their util, as we saw from Funniest without Ray's ult. As soon as the sound cue went through, Fractal just kind of scattered around because they didn't want to group up and be caught in a multi kill. So that was really good utility usage from Ace. And I definitely think that helped them with that round right there.
Very much so. Right now, Fractal, the sound cue on that chamber trip, seems like they know where they are. Seems like they know they're mid.
Bring them down.
Ubity also going to get information off of that Prowler right there.
Yeah, so he definitely knows that at least one player is there, as it was just one player that shot their gun at the Prowler. So that information is available, and with the early pick that happened almost off the bat of the round, Ace is going to have that space to be able to get onto site. Coop though, with the slurk in the smoke, gets the first one, but no, it's immediately traded out by Micro. Good awareness right there from Micro to be able to be on top of things in that smoke. So Micro still trying to get that plant down, and Zufi with the spray through the wall just barely misses. So he's gonna swing out, trying to get the pick for sure, but Micro with the sight line now hits the headshot, and that'll just clear things up. As again, Ace doing very well at just reading the defense here, and just reacting to what they see, and just the opening picks that they're able to get.
Yeah, very, very close. That was a great kill from Coop on Planner. So now Fractal getting a lot closer to them. Spike hasn't even been planted. And Zufi almost getting a kill through that wall would have gotten them. Great kill on Spike plant too.
Yeah, and again we see Ace changing the pace up again, just going straight through A main, chasing that fatal, and Convella just running through the smoke, getting that pick on his Zodicus, trying to find more, but Zufi shuts that down. Yum with the trade out immediately. Ubity trying to get something going as Coop follows it up as well. So now with the spike planted, it's a 3v1 all up to blue, trying to get those picks, and he's gonna be able to find two, but no, Coop.
What a
swing out from behind.
Coop. What a great retake from them right there. Ace trying to do what they've done before, hard taking A site because they know it's worked for them. But this time, Coop said, no, I'm done. I don't want you taking my A site. So 3K from him. Great take, great defuse, great round from him.
Yeah, that was a very different look from what we've seen from Ace. It's been mostly just the slower play. Um, and with that round, you could tell they were definitely trying to mix it up, obviously, because they went much faster on the take. And overall it went very well. It just in the end the trades just didn't go their way. But already we're seeing a little bit more similar to what we've seen from them for the past rounds, really, just a little bit slower on the takes, trying to get this mid control as they already have it. Now they're moving into Link. Stelio getting a little curious, swinging out, getting a little bit of chip damage onto Funniest, so that will definitely help things out a little bit here. But Blue will just send that heal out, getting Funniest back up
They
to
don't see Convella though.
100 HP.
Convella's main. I don't think they know he's there.
Yeah, Convella
might be able to pick.
with that
They saw him.
ping. Oh, Stelia finding him, but Convella still landing those shots, getting that pick, but there will be an immediately refrag out coming from Zufi onto Micro. There's the it shuts things down right there, and Cubity now by himself.
30 seconds left.
Convella still in that in main by himself. Yeah, in the 1v3. So bomb is down though. So Fractal is in a very good position just holding these angles. Convella just trying to make something happen now with the Reyna ult. Yeah, 10 seconds. There's the first shot. The second, going for the Convella with the ace. Oh my gosh.
Great. Both teams, great plays. That Brimstone ult clearing out all of Ace while the rest of Fractal is holding angles. They didn't know what to do. Convella's by himself in the 1v3 with Reyna ult. He's shooting faster and getting the heals on every kill. He's managing to check every corner precisely where they are, getting the pick on everyone, netting himself an ace and his team another round.
Wow.
Just like the name says.
Yeah, that was amazing. But already Ace trying to piggyback off of that momentum. Micro hitting a nice shot through the wall, but Zufi getting that trade. This chamber ultimate, the tour de force, is a very strong ultimate. The 5 shots, it works just like a regular operator. Where
Shooting slightly faster.
Yeah, it shoots a little bit faster. So it is very strong. It's very strong, especially on this defense during the save. So definitely helped out right there. But Convella now with that newfound confidence, just swinging right out. It's that headshot.
In. He's ready to go.
Now we see Stelio just waiting for the rest of her teammates, just getting ready for this retake. They are on a little bit of a lighter buy as they need to save up their money a little bit here. Zufi just trying to find any type of angle with that tour de force, but there is 2 members of Ace in this back site. Not sure if Fractal know. Zufi getting 2 picks as they line up, trying to get for another, but yeah, shutting things down completely with that Phantom. And now Stelio trying to get the defuse down, but there's just not enough time. Both members of Fractal will die to the bomb right there. Funniest will actually fall as well. That's a little unfortunate timing right there for him. But
I would like to say though that that headhunter on chamber from Zufi, they were lined up in backside and he hits 2 clean headshots onto them. Great shots from Zufi, but also great hold from Ace, running down their time. They know that time, that bomb time, is more important than getting those kills. And that's one thing I love seeing from them, is that they're able to stand firm and wait for that bomb to tick down.
Yeah, absolutely. They play more for the round win than for the kills, and it definitely helps especially on their attacks whenever they do that, is especially when they get that bomb down, it just makes things 100 times easier for them to get those rounds out. And already with that Astra ult, they're actually baiting the hit as all of Fractal
No one's on
are
B. They
rotating
don't know.
over. Yeah, they just don't know.
He's
That
taking mid again.
yeah, and with that, Ace completely onto the B site. We already see
Planted.
Yam in back site. Blue even taking a little bit of a front, a little bit of a push forwards in that link area, just in case any of the defense try and take from there. But they're not. They're all from the CT side. We see 3 heaven and 2 in the underneath as
Good kill
Coop
from him.
tries to jump out, but Yam hits that headshot. Bazufi just hitting all of the shots basically, jumping across that molly, looking to help defend his teammate as Stelio gets the bomb to half. So that will make things a little bit easier. Stelio getting one for herself as well. And we're going to see a series of trades here. And now on the bomb sticking it. And yeah, Stelio just sticking that defuse, gets that last round for her team.
Switching sides.
That was Zufi. 20 and 11 on Chamber right now. He must be feeling really good about himself. He is helping his team so much on those retakes, getting those kills, backside, clearing them out, holding for his team's defuse. And thanks to him, they are going to get a round point. Now switching sides, putting Ace onto defense.
Yeah, I mean, this is definitely a little bit of an attacker-sided map. It's very difficult to hold the sites for this map. Just the way the cover is and everything. So it's definitely going to be interesting to see how things change up a little bit for Ace now that they're on defense. I will say they have shown that they are pretty good on the aggression. So I wouldn't even be surprised if they tried to play a retake type strategy. So as soon as Fractal get any type of positioning onto a site, they just try and get off and then try and retake. But Convella landing a
Looks
nice
like they
shot
don't
onto
know
Coop
Cabela's
as
there.
Coop swings out. So yeah, Convella just in this
And
corner
another
gets
one.
actually gets another one as they push out through the smokes. So just
One
Micro
Blue and
behind
Convella
them.
holding this
Long.
cross
Don't know
and
what to
Micro.
do. Micro's gonna get 3.
Micro on the flank, just right behind, just going up right behind Fractal as they were just so concerned with the rest of Ace that were right in front of them. They just weren't expecting the flank coming from Micro.
That was great. And one thing I say about Ace, whenever on offense, they play slow, they get bombed down, they stand their ground. It's the same on defense. They hold their sights, they don't let anybody in. They will stand their ground and they will stop everybody that tries to come into their bomb site.
Yeah, and you can really tell that they trust each other too with the way they hold these cross angles onto the pushes. You can tell they just really trust that their teammate is going to be able to get the pick if they're not able to. And Funniest already swinging wide, able to get the pick onto Ubity. And Funniest right behind. Just they're gonna actually back up a little bit onto the site, giving Fractal a little bit of space here, and Coop holding this really close angle on the wall. It seems to be a little worried that someone might be on top of it. Micro swinging out, trying to look for more, and he's going to land the shots onto Zufi, going for another one, and actually gets Stelio, but Yam swinging out gets the pick onto Sodicus. So that's not going to be the ace for him, but Coop, with that classic, actually able to get the pick onto Funniest, but Convella actually forced a rifle right there, gets the final pick.
Yeah, Ace forcing the rifles on defense, able to get those picks. And again, I will say, Ace with their team play, Micro throwing that Prowler out, blinding them, and Funniest right behind it with that Spectre, getting the pick that they needed to hold the round with that 4v5.
Yeah, and just I do want to point out the rifle from Convella. That definitely shows a lot of confidence right there. As if Convella had lost that rifle, that could be a complete turning point for that round. So,
Yeah.
um, just the absolute confidence coming out from Ace, I actually really like to see that. So, just they're just gonna try and carry that over into this next round as we actually see Micro and Funniest again moving together just like a pack almost, trying to get that flank, but Coop on top of things gets the pick onto Funniest. I think Fractal is now somewhat aware of Micro playing this close angle. He's gonna try and swing out. He's gonna get flashed by the Prowler, but just gonna continue to keep trying to fight this angle, and he's gonna swing out with the tether. But Stelio landing the headshot shuts that down for Micro. So they're gonna have a little bit of space here as they've now eliminated those two flank players as they're gonna slowly lurk towards the A, but Blue in lobby knows this. The call's going to be made as Ace now just kind of waiting, but
30 seconds left.
oh,
Blue.
Fractal actually running back.
Yeah,
Blue
but
is in a
Blue's there.
fantastic position. There's the first one.
One.
The
Spike
second
down,
one.
attacker spawn.
No, he's gonna try and run away with the reload.
Oh,
He actually does get the second. Zodicus able to get that pick, but oh
I don't
my
know if they have
gosh.
time now. I don't know if they have
Yeah.
time for
Seconds
plant.
left.
They're not gonna make it.
Blue wasting so much time right there, and yeah, now
No
there's just
time for
not
plant.
enough time for the plant. And that was a great defense right there from Ace. Just great positioning for Blue. Just knowing the time, or knowing the great time to just lurk and move forward right there. And wow.
Ace trying the aggressive play. They know they only have Spectres, and Fractal is going to have rifles. So they know in a 1v1 gunfight from long range, they're not going to win it. So they're going to try that aggressive push in the mid to try to take guns out of their hands at that close range without them expecting it. And it looks like for Blue, it worked. Running out their time. Perfect play from him.
Yeah, and already Micro with that Prowler gets a little bit of information of where this attack could be coming from. But still playing fairly patient, waiting for the rest of his team if he's going to decide to move out. There's the second Prowler to follow up. So Ace already knows that it's fairly safe to start moving up through mid, as you can see on the mini map in the top left that they are doing just that. But Fractal deciding to try and pick up the pace a little bit as we see their entire team pushed up this B main area. And there's the eye, so Yama's actually going to be flashed. And there's going to be a series of, there's going to be one trade right there coming through as Coop comes out on top and getting his second right there. So that's going to be the space that Fractal needs to get this plant down. There's the Fade ult coming out from Micro, so that's going to be a little bit more space made for Ace as they try and move forward. And Micro with two nice kills. And Coop actually getting his third, and he's going to be able to get the heal off of that. So this is going to, and yeah, there it is. There's the fourth kill from Coop. So Fractal getting their fifth on the map. So great round coming out from Fractal.
Great round from Coop too. 4 kills running into sight. And I will say, I know I've talked about Ace's team coordination several times, but you also can't ignore Fractal either. That was an impressive take from them, throwing the Fade Eye out there and the Reyna Eye, catching Astra on top of the box blinded because of the Reyna Eye, getting that pick, getting onto site, 5-man post plant. Nothing Ace can do about it.
Yeah, and Ace already knowing that there could be 2 players here in this A main, as that eye was thrown out, there's going to be the sound cue of those guns shooting. So Ace leaning towards the A site a little bit here, but not by much. But it's Coop with the lurk through art. Yeah, able to get that first pick. The flash is going to go out, but Funniest is just going to get the pick anyways through it. So Funniest now with the satchel is going to back up and wait for his
Spike
team to
planted.
be able to do this retake here in this 4v4.
You know, both teams using the Fade. One thing I like to say about Fade a lot is how good she is at info gathering. Those prowlers that they can throw out and gain information. Fade is such a perfect agent here for them on defense to get information.
And Blue actually with the Ghost finding a headshot, so that's going to be a huge pick as Zufi gets Funniest on the satchel up over the wall. So this is still
Last
completely
player
doable
standing.
here for Zufi as he's going to go for the spray as Blue tries to cross, but Yam with the Overwatch really and hits that headshot and shuts that try down. So now here Ace with their 12th
Match point.
round. They're in match point right here. So Fractal is going to be in a complete force as they're just in survival mode here. As if they lose this round, then that's going to be the game. But if they win, then we're just going to keep going. And they have definitely shown the ability to win on this attack. So I still have total faith that this game will continue. As it's just a couple trades going Ace's way, and it just
Yeah, they very much have the capability to do it. Like I said, their team play is great. Zufi is doing very well for their team, so they definitely have it. Vela though, 2 headshots. They don't know he's in that cubby.
and just dancing around that pillar right there. And now Yam taking his place, playing this very aggressive angle as Ubity's actually gonna be able to clear him out with that prowler. So now Micro
Face your
by
fear.
himself on the site at the moment as Funniest is gonna move through, but Blue with a very good flank. This might be able to get the final 2
One
players,
enemy
and
remaining.
there's the first as
Spike down
Stelio
B.
in this corner now, watching the angle is aware, but Blue lands the headshot,
Defenders win.
and Ace
We move
are
forward.
going to be able to win their second match of this season.
Yeah, great win from Ace. And again, something that I've touched on multiple times, Ace's team play is just so strong. While Fractal, they were looking very strong against them. They are very good players, especially Zufi on that chamber, being able to hold those angles perfectly. There's just nothing you can do against a very coordinated effort from Ace, getting onto site perfectly almost every round. I will say though, Zufi, again, 4K on that flank, getting them the round. Great, great, great plays from him. But Ace, fantastic team play.
Yeah, that was just a great play by Ace, putting on almost a clinic of what it looks like to attack on this map. So yeah, just great play coming out from both these teams. We will be going into a short break soon, but I do want to say for the fitness we do here at Oath we do promote the physical fitness of our players. And so later this week on Thursday, in between the 2 Overwatch games, around 8 o'clock, there will be a drawing for a prize. Not really sure what that is yet this week. Um, oh, never mind. We just got in. It's going to be an Alienware headset for the winner of the fitness contest. So just make sure to tune in then to find out who's the winner for that. But don't leave. We will be on a short break, but don't leave for long, as soon we will have another game of exciting action between Cryptid and Fury. So stay around. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Oath. As we've just gotten back from our short break, we just got finished with a very exciting game between Fractal and Ace. And actually, I'm here with another new face today. I'm here with Linked Ghost or Isaac. What do you have to say for us?
I'm super looking forward to this, man. I think this is going to be a great matchup between Cryptid and Fury, and I just can't wait to get started.
Absolutely. We are going to be on Pearl once again, and both Cryptid and Fury were able to win their games last week. So, both in very strong fashions. So it's definitely going to be exciting to see these two teams play and face off against each other as they push in to this week. So. Um, like I said, once again, we're going to be playing on Pearl, and with Fury starting on the defense. Um, and honestly, we actually haven't seen either of these teams on stream yet. So, not really sure what to expect from either of these teams. So I'm definitely excited to see what they have in store.
Yeah, I'm interested to see who can really carry their momentum from last week's games. I know that you said they both won, and I think they both had very good victories over their teams. I'm pretty sure Cryptid beat Checkmate and Fury was over Error. But I'm really interested to see who can continue that momentum and get the victory today.
Yeah, it's definitely the name of the game sometimes, that momentum. So just carrying that over into this game and then even just from round one being able to continue that. So definitely going to be interesting to see what they have in store. Um, and as we wait for these teams to get into the game, I just want to um, talk about a little bit what Oath is about. Is just that family friendly gameplay, and as these um, just available to everyone, really, as we see players of all ages coming in to play for the Oath League. And I also want to hit on once again the that Oath really we promote the fitness of our players as well, not just the in-game aspect of their abilities, but also their physical fitness as well. And so we do have a drawing on Thursday um, for those who have entered, and if you do win the drawing, the prize is going to be an Alienware headset. So that's very exciting. That will be announced on Thursday. But back to this game, Fury and Krypton, both fairly strong teams. We have seen a few of these players before in the past, in the past season, but a lot of new faces, new names here in this that's going to be in this game. So definitely going to be interesting to see how these more veteran players are going to be able to possibly lead their rookie teammates
Mm.
um, into this game.
Yeah, one thing I find interesting is, it's really those leaders who control the pace of the game. So it's going to be interesting to see the veterans from the past seasons how they can control and keep their team cool and collected throughout the match. And I feel like whatever leader can take control and keep their team focused throughout the game, those will be the victors.
Yeah, because I definitely think it is. It's fairly easy to lose control and lose your cool in a game like this. Sometimes it can just feel like everything is snowballing away, um, whether it is for the good or the bad. So definitely that leadership is going to come into factor here. So um, it'll definitely be interesting to see how those aspects are going to be taken into account for these two teams. So, but I mean, like I said before, these are two brand new teams. Even though a few of the players are um, returning, so. We'll definitely. So we'll definitely have to wait and see. But would like to recap a little bit for the first match for those of you who were just maybe just not able to catch it in time. It was a game between Fractal and Ace. With Ace coming out on top, we saw a lot of great plays coming out from both teams. With Zufi and Coop on Fractal, really leading the way for their team, just trying to make plays happen and just fantastic with their entries and their picks. And then on Ace, even we just saw fantastic team play coming in from them, really showing a mastery of this map. So
Yeah, I think the one thing I noticed is that even though these are some new teams, that Ace's team play was phenomenal. They were able to, I mean, they looked like a team that had years of chemistry and had worked together. You know, their sight takes were phenomenal. They were holding each other's line of sights to make sure, you know, if one player got picked off, the other one would get their trade. And they had really good team chemistry, which was really nice to see.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, just their team chemistry was fantastic, and I definitely think that helped lead their way through that victory. Um, as we saw throughout that match, just playing off of each other extremely well. So I'm definitely excited with these next teams to see how they are going to be able to possibly even do the same, um, as they have been practicing, and so is going to be interesting to see how they approach this map, as there's a lot of different options even.
Yeah, once again, I'm excited to see Pearl. Pearl is such a, you know, it's the newest of the Valorant maps, and so a lot of teams are still working out the approach. You know, how you want to attack each bomb site, how you want to utilize mid map. Some teams completely avoid it because of how deep some of the corners are, but good teams know what to do, and you really get to see them kind of see each team's approach to it. And I'm looking forward to see how these two teams approach this map.
Yeah, it's definitely unique in the way that it is built in comparison to other Valorant maps. It's very, uh, I guess, windy would be a good way to put it. There's a lot of close angles, a lot of twists and turns in the map, and so it definitely allows for a little bit more of a, I don't want to call it a defensive play style, because it's you still have to be fairly aggressive in order to win it out. Um, but it still allows for players to be able to sit in these corners and to be able to position themselves in order to win certain gunfights that normally they might not even be able to win. So it's definitely unique in that aspect.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
But we are going to now be jumping into this game here, um, with Fury starting on the defense and Cryptic on the attack. And really, I just we see Cryptic actually not bringing the chamber, but instead with the Cypher. Cypher is a little bit more of a defensive character compared to the chamber. Both do have tripwires, but it's two very different play styles. So it's going to be interesting to see how those two picks are going to clash.
And this is one of the reasons I love Pearl so much, is because Cypher had kind of been picked a lot less in the agent selection for most of the competitive scene. But with a map like Pearl, he's become more prevalent in rotation. So I'm really excited to see how Lucas can use his Cypher to advantage in this game.
Yeah, and already you see you can see the trips being placed by Lucas already fairly early, as Cryptid is going to be leaning towards the B side of the map for this attack, already doing a little bit of chip damage onto Nikito. So That's going to be a little bit of a tell for Fury that this attack might be coming in towards B Destroyer, getting a nice early pick onto T-Cursey. So that's going to be good, but Angry with a trade. Share finding the pick on a Nikido, so that's going to open up the site for Cryptid. Is Angry getting a little aggressive here onto Lucas. Swinging out after
Great
the
pick by
blind.
Lucas.
Oh my gosh, through the blind, landing that headshot. But the spike has been planted, so now Cryptid on the defense here, just protecting that spike. As Senpai gets a pick, the lurk through backside, gets two, going for the third with the spray through the smoke, not quite finding the shot now. As Death just lurking through, backing up a little bit to create some space for himself, but Senpai lands the shot, gets the 4K on the round, and will get the defuse as well. So fantastic opening round for Fury.
What a play by Chase. Just elite composure, great awareness, great reads, fantastic round.
Yeah, that was just really good positioning right there for Senpai as the rest of his team just pushed forward through sight. He was able to just slip into the back of sight just undetected. So great position, great awareness right there of where the rest of his team is as well to be able to bounce back off of that.
Yeah, sometimes we see a lot of defensive teams, if they allow the plant to go down, they struggle to retake the site, but they did a great job there. Fury did a great job retaking.
Yeah, and already Cryptid trying to do something similar a little bit, just getting that space. Oh my gosh, what a shot by Cher with that Sheriff onto Nikido for the trade out. So that's going to create a little bit of space for Cryptid as they move forwards onto this site. Bryn aware of where the attacking team is moving forward, so she's going to make that call out for the rest of her team.
Great pick
T-Corsi. Yeah,
pick.
getting a nice pick onto Cher on the lurk a little bit. So that's going to open up the availability to get out onto this site for the rest of Fury. Bryn with the flash.
Oh,
no,
unfortunate
Destroyer.
timing.
Just unfortunate timing, but Destroyer still in the back of sight, finding another pick, flashing out before swinging out, and there's going to be a little bit of a spray right there, but Senpai with that ghost still showing that he can hit those shots, lands it, and Fury again with another nice retake for their round.
Yeah, that was great team play there by T-Corsi and Senpai to just stay composed, work together on the retake, and finish out the round.
Yeah, and Senpai already 7-0, already has that ultimate in this third round. That is not exactly something that is normal, as in this game is normal. We will take around 4 rounds to be looking into getting your ultimate. So Senpai showing dominance early on this Astro pick.
We see Cryptid with a little bit of a different approach here, now trying to... It seems like they're trying to take A main with a little bit of control towards mid.
Yeah, but Fury still playing very patient. You see T-Corsi pushing up a little bit towards the wall, towards those double doors, but deciding to back off a little bit. As Angry Gamer swings out on the back of the Prowler, trying to get a second, but just not able to as Lucas hits the shots. But Senpai pushing forward gets 2 for himself. Destroyer finally able to get that trade out, but now it's all up to Destroyer and Lucas as they're going to get the spike and try and rotate away onto the B site as Lucas shoots that trip. So Fury going to be somewhat aware of this rotate coming through.
So far this game, Fury's patience on waiting for Cryptid to make their approach at the beginning of the rounds have been fantastic. They've worked together, their retakes have been good, and we're about to see if they can complete their third consecutive retake.
A little bit of a different hold coming out though from Cryptid here as Lucas deciding to stay in backside. Bryn seems to be somewhat aware of Lucas's position as they're going to try and get the double swing out. T-Corsi pushing forwards as Nikido gets the pick onto Destroyer, and even though Lucas does fight back a little bit and gets one pick for himself, Bryn able to just follow things through and get that final pick. And yeah, Fury with their third retake in a row on this map so far.
Yeah, that was a great try from Lucas. He was able to get one, but numbers advantage to Fury just is so advantageous in that position, and it let them get that third consecutive retake, like you said.
Yeah, just they're from what I've seen so far, they're very good at attacking. When they are on the retake, they're very good at moving into sight. A, clearing every single angle, but B, they get into very good positions to be able to trade each other out almost immediately. They're getting it to where there's just too many angles for the attackers to watch, and it just works out perfectly for them. And so it's definitely really good positioning play, but also very good awareness for knowing where the rest of their teammates are whenever they're on that retake.
We got a little bit of an aggressive play coming in from Destroyer. He gets one.
Angry's going to get a trade out further towards mid, but Destroyer's aware of this. So this is a fairly good position as Angry might want to retreat back to Arch. So Destroyer is going to get that pick, yeah, as Cher pushes forward through the smoke onto Nikido. But
Wow.
it's too real quick, but Cher finally able to trade that out. Now it's all up to T4 as Destroyer is able to just flick around and land that headshot.
Yeah, that was great awareness there from Destroyer. That was a fantastic round, a good bounce back round from Cryptid there. There were times where the round was looking a bit bleak after there were just times that it looked like Fury had once again taken advantage of the retake situation, but Cryptid stayed together, worked together, and they were able to close out the round for their first round of this game.
Yeah, absolutely. And going into this round now, even though Fury did win the first three, they're actually going to have to save after that. So a little bit of the weaker weapons here is Destroyer just popping that KO ult, nullifying any type of utility usage that Fury might want to use. So basically free sight for Cryptid here, as Death already getting that plant down, and Cher even pushing out a little bit aggressive, getting the first pick. And we're going to see a series of trades here, and already Cryptid in a very good position here. It's all up to Bryn with the pop flash, trying to get the pick onto Destroyer, but Destroyer able to turn perfectly and land that final shot.
Yeah, Destroyer was able to avoid that flash with a perfect look away. And really, Cryptid's attacking has been great in setting the plants. Fury it seems like they're letting Cryptid plant the spike nearly every round and focusing more on the retake situation there. But it's good that Cryptid is starting to get a little bit more momentum at finishing out the rounds where they get the plant down.
Yeah, I think they've actually planted every round now, so very good. Honestly, for the attack, it's a very good situation for them, as they're going to be getting a little bit more money for every plant they get, as well as just it's going to be a little bit easier for them on the attack as a whole, as soon as that plant goes down. And I do want to point out, Cher, I was getting a little bit more aggressive, and I actually like that, just pushing forward into the defender spawn, just trying to catch them on their heels. And already we see that again as Cher has dashed out onto site, created that space with as the Astra smokes have gone down. So Emsicle getting this plant down. Bryn aware that at least 3 of the attackers are on site still, and as she gets that first pick on, and there's the second.
There's 3.
For the third, gets it onto Death. So very good situation. Going for the fourth and gets the fourth, but almost gets the ace. But Senpai able to land the shot almost at the same time as Bryn is. So ace is denied, but still fantastic round right there, coming out from Fury.
Fury's retakes, once again, I know we say it over and over again, but their retakes are phenomenal. although they let the entire team of Cryptid go onto site and plant the spike, even though they play such good and they play together so much that they don't let themselves one of them drop early in the round, so they are able to fully retake on a 5v5 situation, and they work together so well, and once again pull off a successful retake.
Yeah, it's definitely an approach that um can it can be both strong, but it also has a little bit of weakness, as if you are picked off fairly early in the round, then the retake is going to be that much more difficult. As Senpai taking a little bit of chip damage right there from Lucas, and Cher even landing a nice headshot on Nikito, but T Corsi off on the other side of the map actually gets a pick on a destroyer trying to lurk. So that's going to even things out a little bit. Not quite in the health department, as Senpai is still one shot from any rifle, but still a decent situation right now for both teams.
Yeah, even as Fury, great pick there in mid by Angry Gamer
Bring them down.
to give them a numbers
Found one.
advantage for the rest of this round.
I'll find you.
And we'll follow up with that eye. So just the gobs of information coming out from Angry Gamer and his utility. But there's the wall and the attempt at the res, but Death with the spray through in response to Angry Gamer. So that's going to be a nice pick, but T-Corsi still right behind, gets
30
another
seconds
pick
left.
onto Simsicle. So now with 30 seconds remaining, we're looking at this 3v3, and there's not a whole lot of options for Cryptid other than to go to B. Fury seem to know this, as they are all slowly starting to rotate and lean towards this B site.
As we see T Corsi
10
kind of
seconds
coming
left.
up from Cryptid's side of the map, trying to perform a pinch.
One enemy remaining.
Great pick there by Senpai. Great two-piece.
And the flash through gets a shot onto Bryn and gets another onto T Corsi, trying to get the trade, and there's the flash, but Senpai just dancing over between the wall, but Destroyer playing very patient, fantastic positioning, just moving to the other side where they're just not expecting him to play, and able to get that last shot in that 1v3. Actually, that was a fantastic utility coming from the Destroyer, just flashing through that wall before swinging every single time, and just not much that Fury can do right there.
Yeah, it's not easy to read a flank coming from behind after you've already had the plant down for a few seconds, but that was just great awareness there from Destroyer and ability to close out the 1v3.
And already that chamber ultimate being used, so Nikito gonna be able to hold this site fairly well, and yeah, there's the early pick on to share with that tour de force. Senpai pushing forward and knows that about any type of rotates, going to get the first pick, but going to decide to retreat back, as Angry Gamer is actually pushed forward a little bit and can help out if needed as well, and Senpai gets another one in this position.
Yeah, Cryptid were trying to seek out Senpai. They knew he was weak, but he just keeps evading them and finding himself yet another pick. That was just great ability to stay alive there from Senpai and keep his team in the round while they were able to get closer to him and help close in on Cryptid.
Yeah, right there, Fury. Very aggressive defense play right there. Not really something that we've seen so far from them. Really, for the most part, it's just been the retake play. As soon as somebody's seen, they just kind of back up a little bit. But right there, they really just kind of jumped into action as soon as Nikito got that first pick with the tour de force. So definitely a different look coming from them right there.
And now we see even aggressive play from Cher. Not able to get one. Fantastic play by Angry Gamer to give them numbers advantage in this round.
Yeah, and that'll slow things down a little bit here for Cryptid, as now Fury just kind of turtling up a little bit here. Just watching every angle that may be available, trying to get a little bit of information of where this attack may be coming from. Is Cryptid still leaning towards this mid push right here? So Angry Gamer will be aware if they do swing out, as that chamber trip is down still, and even T Corsi in art going to be able to, as there's a little bit of a jiggle and gonna take a little bit of damage, but not too much.
You see Fury's ability. You see number 5 KO and number 4 Astra in the backlines, rotating to wherever they feel the most pressure at in the map.
Exactly where you are.
Yeah, and yeah, after
30
that,
seconds left.
that Cypher ultimate, they know where all the defenders are, so they're just going to book it over to B. So they'll be able to get the plant down, as all of Fury is actually on A. Is uh, for most of the round, Cryptid was actually leaning
10
towards
seconds
that
left.
area. So now, with these 10 seconds remaining, they're going, yes, Stemsicle's going to get this plant down. There's going to be a lot of fighting as Fury tries to deny that plant, but now in this 2v2, they're going to slow things down a little bit.
Last player standing.
Now we see Nitko in a 1v2. Let's see if he can perform something magical here.
Yeah, that smoke's going to go, as those smokes go down, it opens up a little bit of sight line for him, but Cryptid just holding this cross angle as Destroyer swings out, gets this actually 4th for the round. I didn't even realize he was just killing everybody. But with that upgrade onto the Phantom, Cryptid actually get their thrifty on that round. That was a save round for them. So fantastic play coming out from Cryptid.
Yeah, I also hadn't realized Destroyer had gotten 4 that round. What a great round by Destroyer. And even there at the end with only 5 health left, that was such great composure to be able to finish out the round, get the kill on Nitko, and bring this game one step closer to 5-5.
And already leaning towards this A site, we're going to see what looks like a very quick take, is Destroyer using that null command and pushing already onto site. So, and continuing to push through these smokes, trying to get picks, finds one, finds two. Fantastic play right there from Destroyer, following that flash through the smoke. And now with the spike planted, that's a great position for Cryptid here, as Death is going to wall things off. But Bryn actually on top of the wall finds the pick onto Death, but Lucas right there able to get that trade.
Cryptid's utility uses in the last few rounds have been absolutely phenomenal. Senpai's able to get 2. There's 3. We're now left in a 1v1.
Senpai just dancing around this wall, trying to figure out where this last player is, and no, Lucas swinging out from behind the cafe box. Just Senpai expecting him to be more towards the pit area of that site, and Lucas just keeping him on his toes a little bit.
Yeah, that was a great attempt there from Senpai to bring that round back after it looked so dire. But Lucas was able to close it out for Cryptid.
Yeah, and I just want to point out Senpai on the Astra 22-6.
You are divided.
Senpai Astra is not exactly your traditional killing agent, and so it's just really a test to his skill in being able to do so much with the Astra, being able to get those smokes down, being able to use the utility and even the ultimate so effectively, to where it not only puts his team in a great position, but it also puts him in a great position. But already, just Fury getting very aggressive here on this retake, not even letting Cryptid get the bomb down, as we're going to see a flurry of trades come through, and now Cryptid almost locked out of sight before they could even get anything going.
What an aggressive round, an aggressive retake from Fury. Normally they let Cryptid get the spike down, but this time they denied the spike. They got in there, they used Fade's ult, and they stopped the plant from happening.
Yeah, really jumping on things early, recognizing that commitment to the site and just really just stomping it out
30
almost
seconds left.
immediately as um, Cryptid almost just stopped dead in their tracks right there.
Now Senpai is left in a 1v2 on site. Let's see if he can hold it down for the rest of his teammates to get here.
One enemy
Death and
remaining.
There's
Destroyer
one.
already moving forward. There's the first pick, and with that Fade Eye coming
There's
through,
two.
the information is given, and Senpai hits the second headshot right there, and
Last
that's two
round
for the
in the
round
half.
for himself, and just a fantastic hold right there, coming out from Fury.
Yeah, the team play. There were a few rounds there where Cryptid had fought back and actually had broken Fury's team play there a little bit, but they regained, they got composure, and they stuck together that round and were able to close it out with some great picks from Senpai. And really, that the key of that round was stopping Cryptid from getting the plant down early, which they had done, they had let happen so many times already this game.
Senpai with a very aggressive play up B main, and he's actually going to be able to hear a few of these steps from Cryptid. This is a very interesting play as these smokes are going to start going out. Now he's pushing out, he's going to swing out and get the first, but no, Death shuts that down almost immediately after the first pick, and Destroyer even off on the
I
other
know
side of
exactly
site
where you
gets the
are.
pick onto Angry Gamer, and with that, Death is actually able to get the revive out. So it's almost as if Sharon never even died. And now with this 3v5 situation in Cryptid's favor, they're going to be able to really just move on to whichever site they want, as Lucas already setting things up on A, along with Destroyer pushing up towards the defender spawn a little bit.
Yeah, Lucas was able to use his ultimate ability there to know where Fury was, and that gave
30
them the
seconds
intel
left.
to go and move
Spike
towards A to get
planted.
the spike down.
Yeah, and there's that aggressive angle. Destroyer getting that pick on a Nikito, just swinging out when he just wasn't really expecting a player to be in that position. Of course, the switching over to the Phantom with that wall and the concusses, sliding out, trying to get something going, but Lucas and Destroyer just shutting things completely down. Not only were they able to get the control on the site, but they were
Switching
able to
sides.
hold things perfectly once that bomb was planted.
Destroyer is looking phenomenal right now. Anytime things start to look bleak or dire for Cryptid, he shows up in a massive way.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, you could just see it on the scoreboard. Destroyer within 21 and 8, and even Senpai 25 and 7. Both those players on their respective teams just really coming through whenever their team needs them most, and I mean, it's being seen. So, uh, now with this side swap, we're gonna see a little bit on how Cryptid decides to defend this map.
We see an early aggression out of Fury towards this towards this B bomb side. Sorry.
Yeah, and already with that neon wall, there's going to be plenty of space made as Seacourse finds that trade out onto Semsicle, but Destroyer still doing work with that Ghost, landing 2 headshots before getting traded out by Bryn, and we're going to see a few other trades coming through, but it's just going to end in favor of Cryptid right there as Death gets the final shot in.
Yeah, you start to see, after the first half of Fury on defense and that first round there from Cryptid on defense, you start to see how this map is favored a little bit more to the defense, even though we were 6-6 at half. It just feels more like if the defending team is able to stay alive and stay together for the majority of the round, they're able to work together and get the retake. And as we saw there with Cryptid.
Yeah, the attack whether it's in favor of the defense or trying to retake, or the attacking team just trying to take the site at the beginning. Is something that is very influential in this map as Bryn gets the first pick onto Destroyer, and and Senpai even with a one for himself. We're gonna see a few trades coming out between the Classics and the Spectres. And Cher with the Spectre swinging out on the run, finds two more for herself. Nikito with
Oh.
the headshot with the Ghost, but Death shutting things down again, finding that final shot. And now Cryptid starting to look a little bit stronger as they continue on this defense.
Yeah, that was unfortunate there as Nikito has tried to pick up the Spectre, but unfortunately had no bullets left in it after Cher had already done their damage with it. But what a great, you start to see Cryptid's teamwork. Although it looked a bit faltering on offense, their teamwork has been phenomenal here in these first two defensive rounds.
Yeah, now Fury going to do a little bit of a different approach, trying to get a little bit of control here down the mid lane of the map. But Destroyer in a very good position to at least get one pick here. But no, Senpai able to land that headshot. Just reaction is just a little bit quicker. Finds that opening pick, so that's going to open things up for Fury a little bit as they push out. As Cher's going to do a little bit of damage, but Bryn just with that rifle is too strong, and Fury just stomping onto site,
Man,
eliminating anybody in their way, and wow.
Fury's team play there was incredible. They were all so close together, holding angles, working together to make sure anytime one of the opposing, anytime one of the enemies, see, look at that, just great teamwork there from Fury on that offensive round to
Yeah,
bounce back after those first two defensive losses or offensive losses.
yeah, yeah. Every fight they took right there was a team fight. It was at least two guns against one every single time, and that definitely helped with that take, as it was almost just overwhelming for that Cryptid defense to try and hold anything really.
And now, after seeing some success at the A bomb site, we're going to see Fury start off with what looks like an aggressive push towards this B bomb site, or maybe just checking it out at first.
But Senpai already setting those stars into place, and so there's going to be the smokes. The neon wall will go up, so all sight lines have been blocked for Cryptid. As Senpai finds that opening pick on to Death, and now Fury just collapsing onto site, eliminating everybody in their way. And again, that's the second flawless in a row for Fury on their attack, starting to pick up the steam, starting to figure it out a little bit. As we're going to go into a timeout, actually, um, just it's going to be called by Cryptid. Just a little bit of just to settle things down, I guess, as just talk it out a little bit. Because yeah, two flawless rounds in a row. That's
Mhm.
very dominant for sure.
Yeah, I mean Fury just leaves Cryptid with no chance on these attacking rounds. Their teamwork and their has just been phenomenal. Every time one person of Fury gets in a gunfight, they have a second one right there to help them close that gunfight out, get numbers advantage, and just I this teamwork is phenomenal. I haven't seen anything like this in a very long time.
Yeah, you can definitely tell they're a little bit more comfortable on this attack, as their executes are just, they get into position for their execute, and then whoever is calling for them, who just makes that call, and bang, they're all on site. All the util goes out, they're on site, they're collapsing on, and any type of defense is just almost getting just steamrolled. So it's looking very good for Fury on this attack, as especially as they have gotten those rifles now.
Yes, I would be interested to see if Fury tries a different approach for these retakes. If they try sending more players on the flank after the plant has gone down, or just really, if they can try something else to see if they can start to bounce back after losing a few rounds.
Yeah. But right here, it's going to be a little bit rougher. Senpai already getting that opening pick on to share as she tried to get a little bit of aggressive with that Marshall, hoping to find the head of one of the attacking players to tilt things a little bit into Cryptid's favor. As Senpai finds actually a second on the round through the wall, as now T Corsi spamming through the wall, aware that there could be a defender back in that corner, and so actually a third on the round and a fourth even, and that is another flawless round. That is 3 rounds in a row that are flawless for Fury.
Senpai is having an incredible game right now. You see Senpai open with 1, then he gets the second, and by the time he's got his third, it's just the round's over. It's already, the damages has been done. Like, this guy cannot be stopped right now.
Yeah, and I do want to point out that that round was a save round for Cryptid, so that was a little bit of a tougher situation for them to be in, as they did have the weaker weapons. But still, Fury just almost looking unstoppable, as already T Corsi is almost in the back of sight, but due to the spy cam dart from the Cypher is gonna back up a little bit. Finding the first pick onto Destroyer, downing him, and Bryn even finding a pick onto Share. Death trades that out immediately though, so that's going to even things out a little bit more for Cryptid.
Yeah,
And now things are...
Senpai with these first bloods every round after round, it's just putting them in such a good position to win.
Yeah, and things slowing down a little bit here. Lucas on the tap to try and bait some of the utility out, and everything's just gonna come through. Subsequent and Lucas both find picks for themselves, but the time is starting to run out. Angry Gamer still has plenty of space to clutch this out if he needs to, but no, there's just plenty. The time was just wasted out, and just great great clock management, really, coming out from Fury. It was a little bit of a messy round from as compared to the previous 3, but still being able to get that plant down and just defending that bomb perfectly.
Yeah, after Lucas and Simsicle had gotten 2, it looked like, oh, maybe Cryptid has, fought back and potentially won the round, but Angry Gamer's time management there was phenomenal, and they were able to close it out.
And already showing towards the B side a little bit, but with that wall down, that will slow them down a little bit here. So once they start to shoot that out, Cryptid will be able to have plenty of time to rotate towards B side, as we already see 4 members of Cryptid on the B side. It's only Lucas over by A to hold that by himself, as Fury just deciding to not even mess with the Sage Wall as they run away back towards A. So Lucas now there's going to be a lot of weight on this setup of his, is there's the Cypher cam shot out and even that initial trip. So Lucas is very aware of this push coming in towards A, but Fury already have taken a lot of space down Art and even main. There's going to be the first pick from Lucas as Nico tries to push through that trip. And there's going to be a series of trades. Just great positioning of that utility coming out from Lucas. So that's going to slow things down a lot for Fury. Bryn trying to move forward a little bit, but just getting sprayed through this smoke, and Lucas just holding this backside angle inside the smoke, and there's going to be this slide forward, and Lucas with a quick triple, and actually that's 4 for the round for him. Fantastic hold coming out from Lucas, as he was almost by himself for the majority of that round right there.
Lucas's ability to hold down that A-bomb site and close it out, even after being stunned there by the Neon utility, was able to hit a nice shot onto the person sliding in front of him, a quick one on A main, and then to finish it out with the last person in mid. That was just great composure and awareness from Lucas to close it out.
Yeah, and honestly, it was good patience from him too. You know, he was aware that the rest of his team had already rotated over towards the B site, and so just being able to stay over towards A and just knowing that like, hey, this is still an option for the attack, really was able to put him into a good position to be able to win that round out.
Yeah, as we see each team already getting one of the enemy. We're left in a 4v4. Early picks from each team.
Both now Senpai and Semsicle in a little bit of an awkward duel right there, with Senpai finally being able to hit that headshot to end things a little bit right there, and now A site is completely taken up by the Fury players, but Death is still back in this pit, so this is still retakeable as Cher trying to land those knives. It's gunned down by Angry Gamer, and Nikito even finding the shots onto Death. Now all up to Lucas in this 1v4. He's going to get flashed by the Prowler, goes for the spray even though he was blind, but Angry Gamer just being able to swing out and landing those final shots.
Yeah, once again, that team play that we have seen all match from Fury had kind of started to crumble a little bit, it seemed, for the last few rounds, or maybe it was just that crazy play by Lucas that made it seem that way. But in that round, they were able to bring it back together. And once again, once they had gotten that spike down, they took good team fights, worked together, never let any one of their players take a 1v1, and they were able to work together and close out that round to bring it to 11-9.
Let's play.
And a little bit of a save here coming out from Cryptid after that round, as Fury just trying to hit the gas a little bit as they move down towards this B long position. Bryn finding that first pick onto Cher, and now with the Astra wall, they're going to be able to have this space that they need to get the spike down. Cryptid, though, all on the other side of this wall, so they're going to be able to go through at any point that they need or want to for this retake.
Yeah, if Cryptid is able to take some weapons off of Fury here, that would be massive, considering their save right here.
And Cher trying to swing out with that Sheriff, but gets gunned down by Angry Gamer. Just the weapon advantage is starting to show as Fury just winning every gunfight that they have available. But Death actually lands a headshot with the Sheriff, but Senpai is able to respond, and Death actually a second as well. So that's 2 kills on the round for their save.
Match point.
Even though they did lose the round, that's still a little bit of damage done to the economy of Fury.
Yeah, the weapon power was just too strong there from Fury. And hopefully now that Cryptid can buy better weapons for this final round, hopefully they can keep themselves in this game going into match point here.
Yeah, just forcing out all these rifles, I think, that they can, as many rifles as they can get, really, as we do see Semsicle still on the Marshall. But if that's as strong as you can get, that's as strong as you can get, and you just got to do the best with what you got. We're going to already see the null command coming through, so the defense won't be able to use any of their utility, but Fury didn't seem to like what they saw on the A side, as they're already deciding to rotate away fairly early in this round.
Yeah, they did not like what they saw at all, like you said, and they are steadily making their way towards this B bomb site as Lucas and Semsicle seem to be working themselves toward B.
Yeah, Senpai trying to get a pick on the lurk, but Cher able to back up her teammate, gets that pick. So that's going to put Cryptid into the man advantage here. And T-Corsi almost gets shot through the smoke by Lucas, but is able to find one, actually able to find 2. Destroyer chasing the flash and able to get 2 for himself as well.
Great utility there from
now
Destroyer.
In trying to get this retake, but Angry Gamer with another spray with that Phantom just doing work And so now in this 2v2, it's going to be a little bit more difficult for Cryptid here, as Cher is going to be able to get the bomb to half on this defuse. The Astro Wall is going to go up, so they're going to have to jump through, and Semsicle just protecting Cher on the defuse, and actually able to get a second as he upgraded to that Vandal, and that's a huge round right there for Cryptid.
Yeah, that teamwork there at the end with Cher and Simsicle. Simsicle using their ultimate ability to create that wall to give Cher some more time to defuse the spike was great teamwork there. And even as Neon sprinted into the line of sight of Cher, Simsicle was there to shut them down and close out the round.
Yeah, it was a great defense coming out from Cryptid. As Fury is just Fury continuing to just try and move with that faster pace as we're already seeing it now. Just moving forwards, Destroyer going to use his null command and try and shut things down, but D-Corsi landing the headshot on Destroyer, and Senpai will actually move in to just immediately eliminate. So that's going to slow things down a little bit, but Fury moving on to the site already, trying to get the plant down, but Cryptid's starting to collapse onto site, and it's working out for them. As now it's all up to Senpai.
Wow, that pace there was blistering from Fury, but Cryptid just had the better angles. They were able to win their gunfights, and now they're up in a 3v1 versus Senpai.
Yeah, just taking things nice and slow, trying to isolate these 1v1s. Senpai already finds another one on to Cher, so he's going to have to
30 seconds
complete
left.
this ace, actually, in order to win this round. And just continuing to try and find these isolations.
One enemy
And
remaining.
Lucas going for the ace. Oh no. So,
Wow.
Attackers win.
he hits the final shot on Semsicle, is able to get the clutch and the ace to close out the map for his team. And wow. Senpai ending the game with 42 kills. That is absolutely dominant from him coming out after that game. And I mean, like I said before on the Astra, it's not exactly what you would consider normal, but obviously he's very comfortable on that agent and just really being very effective as well.
Yeah, that's a word that's commonly thrown around when players are continuously able to get themselves out of 1v2, 1v3 situations and always clutch up those rounds. That's what we call ice. And Senpai has the ice. Phenomenal game out of Senpai. Great game overall by Fury. Cryptid also way to stick around. You know, it was looking dire there for a minute, but they were able to fight back, stick in it, but Fury was just too strong there in the end.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that was a phenomenal game, really, between Cryptid and Fury. Um, and yeah, Senpai really just do, doing just he was just different that game, I guess. But yeah, so uh, this tonight was a fantastic game, two fantastic games between four great teams. Um, and so with that, that'll actually close out the Valorant action for tonight for Oath Esports. But not to worry, on Thursday there will be matches played at 7 and 8 for Overwatch. So be sure to tune in for that exciting action. And once again, I just want to say that the fitness program, the winner of that for this week will be announced. The winner will get a Alienware headset. So very exciting for the person who wins that. And yeah, make sure to tune in on Thursday for the Overwatch game. Next week we will be here again as well for more Valorant action on Tuesday at 7 o'clock, like always. And hope you guys enjoyed the stream. And we'll see you guys later.
Have a great week, everybody.